The year was 1981. Mr. Green set out to Mile High School, the start of his jaw-dropping career.
When I entered Mawa High School, during the interview, I noticed a couple of things. The walls were gray, the floor cold, the bulletin boards damp. 2 weeks later, I found out I got the job, and I made plans, big plans, revolutionary plans. By the end of the first week, the walls were bright, colorful, inspired. The floors were warm with golden light. The first student that comes to mind is Nicholas Piro. I saw him in the metaphorical gutter. I picked him up with my metaphorical arms, and I gave him a sense of purpose.
Mr. Green was shaping into a star. He reached lands unknown.
First time I saw him, he was a very unusual guy. I didn't know what he taught. My guess was art, because he had this weird, ugly pea soup green sweater or something. I don't know what that was, but there's something about him. His whole persona was very unusual. First day of junior year, my friends and I entered portfolio development, a class you should all experience. We look and see this teacher standing 10 feet tall on the desk. The whole class was in awe. No one knew what was going on. He looks down upon us and says, "Class, I'm your teacher." And as a supernatural being, this high figure, we said, "You're not a teacher, you're Mr. Green." We felt the cosmic energy coming right off of him onto us, and we knew it was going to be a great year.
He talked for countless hours. A note was given that Mr. Green had allowed him to give us the opportunity to see his artwork.
This is one of Mr. Green's finest. The color blue. Mr. Green invented the color blue. This whale is Mr. Green seeing into his future. All these fish represent us, because as students, we are the fish. This painting is the key to secrets. They're Mr. Green's secrets. The only real way to analyze his secrets is to analyze his artwork. That's why he put it inside of a painting. Off to the next one. For the third and final piece, Green wanted the viewer to feel so uncomfortable they couldn't stop looking at it. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. He was at a stage in his life where so much was going on between school and family issues and what have you. He just wanted the person to feel uncomfortable that looked at his art.
And his issues stayed. What came next was unbearable. Viewer discretion advised.
One day I walk into the art room, and Mr. Green's nowhere to be found. I searched high and low for days, weeks, and months. He was gone. Mr. Green was gone. What am I going to do with my life? My Messiah is missing. I have nothing to look forward to, and nothing to be enlightened by. I contacted the local police department. They said he was behind some kind of restaurant or something on the streets, getting money and spare change and food. You know, that's not the Green I know. But you know what? This big metaphorical hand came down and scooped Green right off of his feet, put him right back down, and gave us one of his best ideas yet, the Josh Parag experience.
Well, I think the JPE came to Mr. Green in a dream, apparently, and in that dream he had 17 high school kids playing and singing instruments on stage at the talent show. And he wanted to make that dream reality, and it kind of took off right from the start. I think that if you look at the performance and the impact that it had on the school community, it's unremarkable. You know, we had people crying in the stands, we had people yelling in the stands. There's a ton of excitement. Just an emotional time period for everybody. You know, I think of all the things in my life that I've done. You know, I'd have to say that it is the tops. You know, JPE, graduating from college, being born. those are probably my greatest accomplishments as an individual. And a lot of people want to say that him and I collaborated on it, but I was more of just a pawn. He was the mastermind behind the whole thing. It was his vision, his way or the highway, and at the time it seemed like he was a little bit out of control and almost like a dictator. But in the end, I saw where he wanted to take us, and I'm very grateful for him for that. I haven't spoken to him in about 5 years. I don't know exactly where he is, and to be honest with you, I don't want to know, because I want to think that he's doing what he loves to do, and that's affect people in a positive way. Maybe he has some more experiences, maybe he's played some more talent shows, maybe he's still teaching art, who knows? But I think at the end of the day, I want to have my own vision of what Mr. Green is doing today.